Welcome to a galaxy far, far away. We are Hops Geek News, Matt and Lauren here to talk about the pre-show of Mandalorian and Grogu. We're going to refresh you on season 3 of Mando, kind of get you back up into it. I know the movie just came out this past weekend, but you know what? That's okay. We're here to talk about pre-show, and then we're going to give you our spoiler-free thoughts after we see the movie, because it's the night before the movie, and don't worry, you'll get the after show. But we are everywhere podcasts can be found. YouTube, of course, make sure you subscribe, follow us there. And we talk about what we're reading, watching, go through a beer of the week, some news. And my beer this week is Chaos Pattern from Three Sheeps. Shout out to our boy Patrick. This beer is from Sheboygan, Wisconsin, a galaxy far, far away. But I had it in my DJ Rex.
A really good musician from Sheboygan.
Yeah,
sorry, that cup is so pretty.
One of my favorite bands, Polka Polka, actually. But no, yeah, I love this cup. And the details, if you're watching gorgeous on YouTube, it's DJ Rex in the cantina. And it's
and that's what the things look like in the cantina. They have the head from Grogu. That's the nanny droid.
It's a cool cup. So I got the beer in here. This cup is awesome. It's very heavy. Like you can do. I didn't realize it to be ceramically heavy like that, but it's perfect. I love it. And yeah, there's like little loft cat on there as well.
Aw,
it's
so
cool.
Cute.
Love this. What do you got over there?
So I have a Sideward Brewing Space Wizard, but like the name's perfect because obviously Grogu's a little space wizard, and the can is green right now. Sometimes it's pink. Right now it's green. Yeah. And I have it in my glass to mouth, but I don't think they're still around.
I haven't seen them. I don't think they are either.
So this is not a green beer. This is a hazy IPA. It is a triple dry hop New England IPA, but I got my green lightsaber because I'm light side, and it makes it look super green, and it's really pretty.
That actually really does look cool. If anybody was there on May the 4th, that's where we got those.
Can't really
little lightsabers in the drinks.
I
had a red one. It was awesome, man. I loved it. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, we're here talking about what we've been reading or watching lately. We are making a little bit of changes right now to the show as Lauren's licking her lightsaber. Oh, Lauren, that's not for this. That's paid content. Look away, people. That's the paid content.
I don't know where to put it, and I can't drink with this thing in here, and it's like dripping everywhere. I try to put it in the can, it doesn't fit.
We are making some slight changes for the time being. We're going to a bi-weekly show because we've just been swamped and busy. If you know, we are on Nerd Initiative. I am the editor-in-chief over there. Lauren is basically the editor-in-chief as well. She does just as much as I do and kicks so much ass. And so it's in summer with the kids. So with everything happening there, we are not going anywhere. We're just going to, not put out something every week, but it's going to be every other week. Don't worry. We're still doing our thing. We got Supergirl coming up this summer. We've got our Mandalorian and Grogu spoiler filled. We've got
we'll still have lots of articles and reels on Nerd Initiative and our stuff too. Yeah.
We'll be here. And then if you really want to follow us like every day, because we are putting out something just about every day, it is on Nerd Initiative. That's really taken a lot of focus and a lot of just time and between kids and stuff. And the kids are getting out of school already and summer and we got trips, and don't worry, we are taking a Disney Destiny trip this summer. So we'll be there. Can't wait. And so we'll still be there, but
can't wait to get on that Mickey boat.
I know. God, it's actually keeping me going right now. But I just think about that dang Mickey boat and the fact I'm going to sleep in a Hercules bed, like Hercules room. Oh my God.
Are you going to go 0 to hero in no time?
Oh yeah. I'm cool. I know. I know. We got it. But yeah, no, this week's books, man. A lot of good books out this week. Absolute Green Arrow issue 1 came out. And apparently in pre-orders, it sold more than Absolute Batman. And
hoping it's in my box. I haven't been yet, but yeah.
It's really freaking good. $1.4 million in pre-orders alone.
Okay, I haven't read this other one in a while, but didn't he die?
Yeah, so in the one shot
they did, I don't want you to spoil anything. I just wanted to make sure I was on the same page.
Absolutely. Basically, like the Legion of Doom version, they did kill Oliver Queen, and so now there's either zombie Oliver Queen.
I have a theory as to
what I think it is. I think this is our introduction to the absolute universe of the Lazarus Pit, but who knows? But it's a POV of Dinah Lance. She's kind of talking. She's a bodyguard. The action's intense. It feels like a horror movie. I really love Green Arrow's design with like the skeleton mask that he's kind of got, or maybe it's not a mask. We don't know yet. Only one issue.
Ooh.
So that really good. And then
I'm like, is this a prequel? Did I remember it wrong? This is
no, you're right. Yeah, this is the first big. It's so Raphael Albuquerque, Pornsack. They were the artist and writer, and it's really good. And I did also do Absolute Flash issue 15, which really expands the universe because Wally's finding his dad. He gets a warning from his future self, and it turns out that like Ray Palmer and Silas Stone were working with Barry Allen before Eleanor Thawne got involved. So we get like the Atom. There's hints to Cyborg. So things are expanding in the Absolute universe. I'm really digging Flash. It's really found its footing, and on an
I'm
extraordinarily
so behind on every single comic, I feel like right now. My stack is just getting bigger and bigger. This is another
never
reason why
ends.
we're going to bi-weekly, because we don't have any downtime. If I'm not reviewing it, I don't have time to watch it
The
or
5
read
seconds
it.
of downtime I get, I decided that I'm writing my first comic book and going to be pitching it, hopefully. So, of course, 5 seconds of downtime, and I can't just sit still. So that's my own fault. But no, it is what it is. One
Hoping to
thing I
read
do,
more this summer. We'll see.
we'll see. It's going to be nice out. But
Pipe dream.
one book I do want to
Sorry, be
really,
nice
really
out in
push is
Florida.
Of the Earth by Chris Condon. And
Ooh.
man, it is so good. It's basically a horror set in Texas, Solitude, Texas. This girl, Tabby, is going back to her hometown. She's got some baggage. We don't really know what's going on. But what's so good is like Chris makes you feel like it's hot, it's sweaty, it's Texas, it's grimy, it's dusty. But the artwork makes you feel that. There's periods where like the sweat's coming down her face, like her face is melting because it kind of like blends in. But then the way that Chris just like tells his story, his narration, it builds up that this grimy, gross, just uncomfortable feeling throughout the first issue. And it's from Image Comics, so really, really cannot recommend that one enough because it rocked really hard and was one of the best books.
I bought his one. What did I buy it at MegaCon? The News from the Fallout. That's Chris Condon
that
too,
one's
right?
good.
See,
Yes.
I need to read that. And then the one Jimmy Palmiotti was like, "Oh, I'm really proud of this one. I bought that. I need to read that. I just have so many things I need to read. I know it is ridiculous. My stack right now is absolutely ridiculous. But I did review a couple comics this week. I did the Rockefellers came back. The Rockefellers is part of Ghost Machine, and that was actually issue 0 because it goes back and forth from present day. So you get a little bit of hint of what's still going on today, but then they talk more about the day that they had to travel from from the 25th century to the year 2025. So they talk a little bit about that, but then they also gave us glimpses of new Ghost Machine stories. And it looks like,
the hell are we getting?
Oh, First Ghost.
Yes.
I've been patiently waiting for First Ghost for over 2 years now.
Since we were told about it 2 years ago at MegaCon.
Yes, from Brad Meltzer at MegaCon. Yeah, that was over 2 years
ago.
What the
heck, man?
Hopefully soon, but I guess we're getting the Unbelievables, and the other one was like the $1 Million Kid or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's the $1 trillion one because Jeff Johns said he's going to buy any unsold copies or something like that, which is crazy. Yeah, I only know that because I saw that news piece. I hadn't looked in beyond the headline. So,
but there was a little nod of Hornsby and Halo in this one, which is another Ghost Machine one, part of the Family Odyssey. Yes, and they said we're going to hear more about these new up and coming comics in other Ghost Machine comics, and they specifically mentioned Hornsby and Halo.
Yeah, I've been waiting for Redcoat. Redcoat's been taking a little bit of time too. So
Malcolm North's been busy in Geiger, which Geiger has just been phenomenal lately. Oh my gosh, I did Geiger last week. That I need to catch up on Redcoat. I'm behind on Redcoat, but like Geiger has been so good. It's been so good, and I feel like every single issue just gets better and better and better, and I'm freaking loving Geiger. But yeah, I also did Supernatural this week. So Supernatural this was issue 7. It's going to 9 issues. I felt it started strong, and then I felt like it was kind of like, I don't know what's going on. This isn't making sense. And now it's kind of like picking up those pieces, and it's making the past make sense. So I feel like more things are coming together because they said that this took place between seasons 1 and 2, which everybody right there was like, that makes no sense unless it's taking place in the hospital. So far it has only been season 1. Where 8 and 9 go, if it's going to be after, because Dad dies at the very beginning of season 2, and like Dean's a freaking ghost at the end of or at the beginning of season 2. Right. So we leave season 1 with them all passed out and unconscious in the car after the demon like hit their car with a semi. So I don't know how that's going to go, but I am excited for it.
Hopefully we end it with that scene. Maybe I don't know either.
Maybe I have no idea, but I will say I thought that Dean and Sam were very, very, very in character this issue. I really felt like it was just them jumping off the pages with their one-liners and everything. It was very, very Sam and Dean season 1. So that's been fun. That's Dynamite.
Well, Preeti has a Castiel book coming out. So I'm really excited for that one. We got to talk to her because she did the Valentine's Day, and she knows her stuff, man. So she did a great job on the Valentine's Day.
Consultant on this one.
Mm-hmm. And I'm really excited. I hope to get to chat with her again, like for us to chat with her again about the Castiel book, because that one's getting some buzz. And I'm our boy Castiel.
I think we're all we want some more Castiel.
Yeah, and we love the supernatural stories. We know the books and getting more and stuff in comic books. Like that's always a good thing.
And Castiel, I do wonder how she'll do it. And it would be really cool to get more like back stuff because it's like Castiel's been around for millions of years.
Yeah.
And really don't know much about
yeah. What if we go
anything.
back, like back to
I
some
loved,
ancient times with
what
him?
was it? Might have been the episode, The Man That Was to Be King or something, where he was like narrating and he's like, I remember when you guys walked out of the water, and like he was just talking about humanity. And I loved that episode. I
Ooh,
loved hearing his narration
yeah.
with all of it. But
Because
we'll
that's stuff we
see.
don't really think about because we're so focused on the present stuff with him and,
Yeah.
you
And
know,
Dean, and yeah. Which I
I
love
like
that too. I love
I do
Cass.
too. Yeah. So I haven't really watched anything, I guess. I did watch Project Hail Mary. I saw you finish the book.
Mm.
I'm really
I know,
excited.
but I haven't seen the movie.
I'm
Okay.
not going to spoil the movie. Don't
The
worry. But
book
I
was
thought the movie was
phenomenal.
beautiful. It lived up to the hype. I will say that the movie was phenomenal. I have not read the book. And then I watched Ready or Not 2. Samara Weaving, Catherine Newton is actually in that as her sister. It picks up right where number 1 left off. Oh my God, this movie's incredible. It's so perfectly campy horror, but Elijah Wood is probably my favorite character in this movie. And there's one of the best fight sequences in like a horror movie that I've watched in a long time. It's bloody, it's campy, it's Catherine Newton and Samara Weaving. If you've seen the first one, it's really tongue in cheek like that still. I really recommend watching that movie, but haven't watched really anything else aside from that. News wise, we don't really have a whole lot of news this week. It's been,
I think there's a lot of news going on, but it's
just outdated,
it's all
I guess.
past.
So
Yeah.
it is. So, it's news is news.
How to
We're
Train
still
Your Dragon
chugging
2
along
will
in
be
this
out next
universe,
June.
okay? Like we're chugging along, trying
I
our
do
best.
nerd news every Friday
Doing
on
our
Nerd
best.
Initiative socials. That's where you can find the nerd news.
Yeah,
now.
go check out the Nerd Initiative reels. But we're gonna go into some Mandalorian and Grogu pre-show, and this is just to kind of cover season 3, just to kind of refresh your memories of where we're gonna pick up with our characters.
A little bit of Zeb backstory.
Yeah. So season 3, Mandu has
that
Grogu back. Gosh, he took off his helmet, and so he has to go take the mythosaur bath. So off to Kalevala he goes, which is where he finds Bo-Katan chilling on the throne. She's
like
all by her lonesome. She's just hanging out, she got no dark saber.
like, oh, somebody's coming. I gotta pose real quick.
Yeah, she's sitting there like, how long were you posed on that chair? You got the alert and you're like, hold on.
I know. It's not even like she's got a data pad scrolling or anything. She's just chilling.
But she's got no dark saber, so she's got no people. And much like Jon Snow, Mando doesn't want the dark saber. However, he goes, you can have it. And she's like, that's not how this works. It's against the rules. And so Mando's got to continue his journey to the living waters in order to cleanse himself for taking his helmet off. This is when he gets captured. He ends up losing the darksaber, and then Bo-Katan ends up rescuing him, takes the darksaber, and then gives it back to him.
And remember, I called this. I freaking called this too.
She don't want.
And everybody said, I even posted a reel on TikTok, and people were telling me I was crazy. Go ahead, you can.
That's true. Well, remember, like she lost it because Pre Vizsla had it, and then Darth Maul had it, and then all of that nonsense. So I mean. It was her family's to start.
She also bent the knee to Moff Gideon.
She did. Oh, that's right.
Don't worry, I covered that in the notes.
Awful. Now, Mando takes his bath. He sees a mythosaur, and he's in Mandalorian armor again.
That was really cool. The mythosaur eyeball, that was fun.
Oh, seeing it in live action was actually really cool because we don't really get to see a lot of that stuff.
No, I know. And he looked and that's one of the fun things about Star Wars, like continuing on 50 years later, is like we get to Zeb would never look this good.
No.
If it was episode 1 or whatever. So we're really getting to see some of this. Like the mythosaur looked awesome. But so he ends up getting attacked though in the water, and Bo has to jump in and save him, which means she took a bath too.
And she gets to keep her helmet on now as well. So what happens after this? Let's pick us up.
So we learned the Dr. Pershing character, and this is when we were talking about the boys and we were talking about Samir.
Yes.
So, and I could not remember, and you were like, this is what it was. I don't remember what I said or what you said. I was probably wrong, but
we might have both been wrong. Who knows?
Who knows? But we could check the tape, so we're not going to. We learned Dr. Pershing, who is Samir and the boys, and so he's a scientist in both. He was actually granted amnesty by the New Republic. He was doing the clone research on Grogu for the older dude who just wants to see the baby.
Show me the baby.
He ends up getting set up, though, by that girl from Ant-Man 3, and because she was part of Moff Gideon's crew.
Oof.
So now we see Grogu is actually training with the other Mandalorian kids, and as the armorer continues to teach him, we learn how he survived Order 66. Was it Kellyanne Beck?
Cool. Yes, that was actually really cool. That was because that was Ahmed Best. He returned and he's a Jedi, and that was his big return to Star Wars, man. And it was so cool to see because he's been through so much, as Jar Jar. He played Jar Jar, and he really had some dark times. And now he's back writing Star Wars, and he's also was this cool. I would love to get a show with him. Maybe, hopefully, he's alive out there somewhere. So, yeah,
I liked how they paused it too. It's like I didn't know who he was, and the way they paused it, I was like, I feel like I'm supposed to know who this is. And then
because you're not used to seeing him. Yeah, of course, but he's in Jar Jar costume when in the early ones, right? And you've never really, he disappeared because there was so much, visceral hate. Because Star Wars fans are just always the most level-headed. But yeah, so meanwhile, anyways, Navarro's getting attacked by pirates because of some drama. Mando stopped earlier in the season. Some New Republic and Mandalorians decide that they're going to help out. Down goes Space Hook and Smee. No crocodiles here, though.
He really looked just like Smee. It was really 100% Star Wars Smee.
It was. Greed Karga says, Mikasa Sukasa, brother. Unfortunately, the New Republic.
R.I.P. to Carl Weathers, because he's since passed.
Oh, no, that's right.
I just got a little grief Karga, actually. Oh, I should have taken a picture of him with my beer. Oh,
it's still not
maybe after the movie. Yeah, that's true. Well, it's almost too late.
Oh, come on, man.
So he's like, Mikasa Sukasa, like, you've helped us out. Like, you can stay in Navarro. You can do whatever you want. He wants him there because he scares off pirates.
That's true. He kind of is good for business. Unfortunately, though, the New Republic finds the Moff Gideon prison transport broken into. Moff Gideon's missing. And now it looks like a friggin' Mandalorian did it, man.
But did a Mandalorian did it? Or was it just some evil stormtroopers that have been chilling on Mandalore and taking advantage of Beskar steel? So now on a mission to retake Mandalore, and Bo and Mando, they need allies. So they head to the Jack Black planet with the chaotic droids due to Doc Brown, and they end up saving the day. Woohoo! And then they find
this episode.
It was fun, but I understand why some people disliked it. I thought it was fun. I had no problem with it. But at the same time, I'm seeing Jack Black and I'm seeing Doc Brown.
Jack Black and Lizzo and Doc.
And it did.
I was too.
It took me a little out of it. And on Star Wars, I feel like, granted, the Star Wars people are now huge and everything. And I was going to say Pablo Escobar. Oh my God, Pedro Pascal is pretty big. But I feel like I feel like Mando made him huge. I don't think he was huge before. He was big, but he wasn't huge.
I think it really was that defining because he was big. And I'm trying to think of like his roles. But this was like the relaunching because then we got him as Reed Richards and then he was in just literally everything after season 1 of Mandalorian.
Yeah. I will say I put the Pablo Escobar there. Pedro Pascal is in Narco, where he's one of the cops that's trying to take down Pablo Escobar. That's where my head went.
Yes. Oh, man.
So they end up saving the day and they, figure out that Doc Brown was causing the droids to be whatever. But then they go and find Axe Wolves, which we had met him in the previous seasons. He was with Bo and some of the other Mandalorians are with him. He ends up fighting her. She wins, but he's still being a stubborn ass. And he's like, well, you don't have the Darksaber, so I'm still not going to kneel to you. Then Din Djarin's like, hey, well, actually, I lost the Darksaber. And then she saved me and took the Darksaber and then gave it back to me. So really, you did kind of win it. And he says exactly what I said in my reel, almost verbatim. It's uncanny. And he's like, here you go. So
it's yours. Just take it.
That's it. The end.
He gets it. Yeah. And so she gets the Navarro Mandalorians and the Axe Wolf ones, and they all get on the ship. Come on, brothers. And they go back to Mandalore because they're getting ready to retake it. They find that some of the locals never left, which then she confesses she surrendered to Moff Gideon in hopes of saving the planet during the, when they got
Siege of Mandalore.
Yeah, they got destroyed. Really, the Empire destroyed and messed them all up, man. It didn't happen, though. She loses some of her followers. After a giant Mandalore monster attack, they head underground to the Great Forge, the former heart of their civilization. And what's that? That's not Moana in the heart of Te Fiti. No, that's actually where Moff Gideon and his goons are hanging out. And he has created the next generation of Dark Trooper suits, complete with some Beskar alloy. And his troopers have jetpacks. And Moff goons they killed Paz Vizsla. Paz Vizsla was a badass with his.
And he was voiced by Jon Favreau, right?
I think so. He was bulky. He was just there lighting him up, and then he gets killed. And Moff actually wants to complete the purge of Mandalore. It's a fight, babies. And Moff has been talking to some future First Order mooks, including Brendel Hux's Faja.
Which, if you want to know more about him, they talk about him in the book Phasma, which is actually really, really good. But also remember, Paz Vizsla his son was like taken by like that pterodactyl thing.
He was, yeah.
like Din Djarin went and like risked his life and helped save him, so he all of a sudden had this like newfound respect for him and was more so willing and able to, you know,
he just really bought into the cause when they saved his son. Yeah, because it was on that sand planet or where they're holed up at and all that kind of stuff.
They're
Yeah, the
training all little mini Mandalorians.
It was so adorable, the little Mandos and their little tiny little
just precious. Bees. So with a lot of help from his droids, Mando has two droids now, not just one. He has two. I feel like it's like how I feel with AI. I'm like, oh, AI, droids.
Fair.
So Mando finds a room full of Moff clones, and this is all courtesy of Grogu's DNA. He's been trying to isolate the potential to wield the Force. Mando destroys the clones, which Moff Gideon's not very very happy about, and now he can't really hate droids anymore because R5 just absolutely killed it and helped him to defeat all of these Moff Gideon goons. Yeah. And as Moff and his goons attack Mando, Grogu just starts pushing the no button on the no droid or on the nanny droid. He's like, no.
No. I was curious what they were going to do with the clones, so I'm kind of glad that they got rid of them right away because it was interesting. And a lot of it, the cloning leads up to how the Emperor survives because the Emperor clones himself and all that. And
then he gets new clothes.
Well, the Emperor gets a new groove. Dang, look at us. Yes. Well, in the old EU, if you will, before they retconned everything, there was this whole plot line of the Emperor cloning himself, and it's actually pretty stupid, but whatever. So I am glad that they got rid of the Moff Gideon clones because at a certain point, it's like, all right, this guy's the bad guy every season. It's not quite like Kingpin level because he's a great bad guy, but it's Giancarlo.
This isn't a comic book story. I mean, I get there's comic books in Star Wars, but it's
not
different.
Kingpin level with Vincent D'Onofrio. And even then, I want like a fresh new bad guy because I can't keep fighting the same person every season. It gets exhausting.
I know. We need to bring Elektra back.
Yeah,
I love Elektra.
Anyways,
that's a story for another day. Yeah,
the armor shows up.
Woohoo! Yeah, that's God's sister.
Yeah, Emily Swallow. She shows up. It's Bo Din Djarin with Grogu up against Moff and his cronies. Moff melts the Darksaber, and then Axe Wolves crashes the Mandalorian Star Cruiser with the Mythosaur intentionally. He escapes just in time as the whole place explodes. Moff Gideon is dead, but Grogu saves Mom and Dad with a little bit of a Force shield because he does have the Force still. And
it was adorable. Does anybody else want Bo and Mando to get together and raise Grogu?
I hope they.
I want them to bang
she's in the movie. Do you think she's going to be in the movie?
I hope so. I don't know that she is, and they've even talked about there being another Mandalorian season and it being focused around her, which I'm fine with. I freaking love her. I love the actress. I love the character.
Yeah,
I think she's badass. Like I freaking love her. But I really liked them together.
I don't know that she's going to be in it either, even though it.
I don't know. I only watched the first trailer because I didn't want to see too much.
I haven't really watched the trailers, but all I know is they haven't
known about 12 hours.
That's true. So saves them. It's now time to rebuild. The living waters baptize the Mandalorian younglings, and Mando officially adopts Grogu. This is the way.
This is the way.
Din Grogu.
Adorable.
Yes.
So the armor gives Bo some flame, and all the Mandalorians start clanking, and they yell, "For Mandalore!" Everybody's happy with her now, even though she doesn't even have the Darksaber anymore. She let it melt.
Yeah,
so we get a happy ending. Okay? We're going. There are no Darksabers. So it's a happy ending. Then we see Captain Karsatava. He makes a deal with Mando. This is the guy that works for the New Republic. And Mando's basically like, hey, I'm a bounty hunter. I want to take new bounties. But look, I'm also a single dad. So I have to be selective of what I'm taking. And I love this conversation because he's really trying to juggle single father. Because he was always like leaving Grogu with all these
single dad who works too hard. Yeah, he really was leaving with a lot of strangers. Not the best idea. Okay?
He'd never been a dad before. This was very unexpected. He did what he had to do. But now he's being responsible about it. And the guy's like, hey, I don't think the New Republic is going to go for it. And he goes, and that's why we're going to keep it off the books. And he's like, I'll think about it. And he's like, you already decided. So clearly that's got to be what he's doing in the movie where he's doing bounties for the New Republic.
Old Empire. Yeah, he definitely is. He's working as a contract for them.
Yeah, he's an independent contractor. Oh, and Dave Filoni is in the background enjoying a drink in this scene.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
But then Karga gives him a place to live as a thank you. He had even said that at the beginning for all he's done. And we now see the droid babysitter as the town marshal. So IG-11. He is here to serve and protect, which never goes well when a robot says he's here to serve and protect.
No, not really. No.
But we end with Din Grogu torturing a little frog in the front yard as Din Djarin watches. And I really wanted that scene to end with Pedro with his helmet off.
Yeah.
But I don't think they were going to do that because I think he was busy filming The Last of Us.
Yeah, no, most of the show is him not even in the suit
I think
because
he used to be in it more in season 1.
I think so too, but he just has a voice, which is it's fine,
I
I
get
guess.
it, but in that last scene, I thought that that would have been cute. Like it's his kid. I feel like can't he have his kid see him without the helmet on?
I
I
think
don't
he
know.
could, but
I don't know.
he's
It's
gonna
older.
obviously probably have his helmet off in the movie. I don't know. So
Yeah, but is he being forced to? But
I
yeah,
don't
okay.
know.
So
Now we're
Ahsoka.
not sure if Ahsoka this is really going to be relevant, but you never know, man. It's Star Wars. So last we saw Ahsoka, Grand Admiral Thrawn was heading back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity,
Snap back.
and
There goes.
Ahsoka and Sabine are now trapped. While Ezra makes it back to Hera, Chopper, and Kanan's kid that he has never met. But who is missing from Ahsoka as far as Star Wars Rebels? One character in particular, Mr. Zeb Orielos. So why don't you tell us all about Zeb?
So his full name is Karazeb Oriolos, aka Zeb, and he was a main character on Star Wars Rebels, and we saw him in season 3, episode 5 of The Mandalorian, and he is in the trailer for the movie, so we know we're going to see him.
Yes.
So here's a quick glimpse if you didn't watch the cartoons, Timmy, this is for you. And this is the last scene that we saw him in. So Zeb is a Lasat, and he is a lovable older brother type to Ezra. They're basically kind of like the kids on the Ghost, which is the ship in Rebels, with Hera and Kanan as like the parents. His home world of Lasan was destroyed by the Galactic Empire. However, he did find survivors years later, which because they had nearly wiped out the entire species. So they do find survivors. And it's a lot of fun because his best friend is a former evil Empire dude named Agent Callus. And Zeb saved his life, and then that guy ended up turning on the Empire, and they became best friends. And it was
where
adorable.
is Agent Callus?
But we haven't seen his best friend since Rebels. And after the end of the Galactic Civil War, that we actually see Zeb and Callus go to Lyra San together, which was his planet, so he could show him that he did not kill all of the Lasat and there was still Lasat there. And it's such a sweet moment. And they're like together. We haven't even heard from him since.
Nope.
And Jensen Ackles would actually make a fantastic Agent Callus because if you put the last time we saw him next to a picture of Jensen Ackles, they look very similar.
Maybe that's his next role. Why? Jensen deserves bigger role. Anyways, whatever.
All right. So he's basically just this super sweetheart. He's also super strong and he likes calling stormtroopers bucket heads. Him and Ezra once stole a TIE fighter and his go-to weapon is a bow rifle.
He's awesome. I can't wait to see him in live action.
Did show up in Mando and he did get mentioned in Ahsoka if you want to wrap us up with those.
Yeah, so in Mando, we actually see him at the bar with Captain Karsa Tava from the New Republic, who mentions that he really thought Navarro was going to make it. This is the pirate episode. Things weren't looking too great.
Fortunately, Navarro did make it.
It did make it, as we find out. As the captain tries to phone in to Coruscant to get permission to help, Zeb mentions they're swamped and he won't get an answer in time. So the captain decides to go face to face, to which Zeb wishes him good luck. Now, in Ahsoka, we don't see him, but the group painting from the end of Rebels is in the first episode. And when Sabine finds Ezra, she catches him up and mentions that Zeb is actually training the new recruits. So I'm thinking there's going to be no way we don't get a Rebels reunion with Ezra and Ahsoka and Sabine and Zeb. There's just no way that doesn't happen in live action.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, they haven't been specific as to when everything takes place.
It's all
and like you think Thrawn will be relevant?
Well, it's between episode 6 and 7. I know that, but I don't think we're quite to Thrawn yet.
But all of Ahsoka and all of Mando is between 6 and 7. 6 and 7 is a big jump. It's like 20 years.
Yeah, so I have no idea when Thrawn takes place.
Like I would assume at this point, Leia's pregnant with Kylo Ren.
Unless they're setting up at the end of this movie the next big event, which could be Thrawn, and that's what everybody kind of at the end of this movie, like the big threat is going to be Thrawn, which is going to set us up for maybe some movies to where they're facing Thrawn with or Ahsoka season 2. This could set us up for Ahsoka season 2 that's coming out early next year.
The thing is, Thrawn is somebody that you can talk to because he's reasonable and intelligent and doesn't have an ego. I didn't love what they did with him in Ahsoka though, because I feel like they kind of like that wasn't the Thrawn that I feel like has.
But he's also been trapped in this other world for however long. So
I don't know.
Does things to a man, maybe.
Does things to a man.
Does stuff when you're trapped in the netherworlds or regions.
Even
or whatever.
If you're what is he, a Chiss? Is that his race?
Yes.
Chiss.
So I don't know, because I guess you're right. They aren't really clear if this is all kind of simultaneously taking place and what's happening. But I feel like there's just no way you have Zeb in this, have the Ghost crew in Ahsoka, and not have them merge at some point. I really
thought that maybe this would set up Ahsoka season 2.
I would definitely think so, because Ahsoka season 2 is in February of next year, or not February,
I think
early
they said early
2027.
2027. Yeah,
Yeah,
February is a
my
good
head,
guess.
my head just went to February for whatever reason. So I would think
Maybe
maybe
you're
it does.
psychic.
Maybe I am. Maybe we're predicting stuff. But then
Maybe.
again, this is the only Star Wars movie we're getting this year, right? Because we're not getting the Ryan Gosling movie yet, are we?
I have no idea.
That's been
Until I
done
see a
filming too.
trailer for something Star Wars, I don't think it's happening.
That's actually a really good point. But Dave Filoni's in charge now, so I'm calling my shot. This is going to lead into Ahsoka season 2.
You only got one shot.
I'm calling it.
He's not throwing away his shot.
Nope, I'm taking my chance. I'm
Sorry,
calling
I'm
my
big on
shot.
David Diggs from The Boys. I added that song to my playlist.
She's all in, well, I'm here, unfortunately. The way he left was gnarly. But anyways,
fantastic. I loved it.
I'm excited to see this movie. It's good to have a Star Wars movie back again. It's good to see Mando and Grogu, and maybe we'll start to finally see Grogu's powers expand a little bit as a Force user. I wonder if he's ever going to get a lightsaber.
Will he ever not need a nap?
That too. Is he ever going to start
speaking? He chose the Beskar armor over the lightsaber. He was given an option.
That's true. Well, yeah, but maybe he still gets a lightsaber later on. You can.
I don't know. Not in the
Jedi Mandalorian bad.
Maybe after Din Djarin dies, then he can get a lightsaber because he won't have attachments.
True. I don't know. Guess we'll find out when we see the movie in about 12 hours and talk about it. And then you'll find out too, everybody. So do you have any final thoughts?
No. I think I said them all.
All right. Well, that is our Mando and Grogu. Jeez, I don't know why.
The Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Oh, I should just not. It is hard to say.
They didn't even try. They're just like, it's Mandalorian. I'm surprised they didn't just call it the Baby Yoda movie.
Market the hell out of that one. Yes. Catch it. Let us know your thoughts. See it. And she should see it anyways, but we're going to see it. We'll let you know our thoughts. We'll see you guys next time. Make sure to subscribe and let us know what you guys think about the movie, once you do see it, because by the time this is out, the movie's going to be out. So drop us a line. Let us know.
The movie's out already.
Technically,
we know people who saw it today.
It is Thursday.
Yeah.
So, but we have business too.
Yeah. I was at a ceremony for 8th graders.
Ew, gross. I didn't do anything.
I don't even have any kids. It was really weird.
No, strange. You're just showing up to random high school. All right, middle school. Congrats, kids. You're all graduating. You're going. Don't do it. All right, folks. We'll see you guys next time. Peace out.